Ah, yes. This man should be right here. Yes, talking real. The truth teller, the truth seeker. So, this is a boxing channel, so we talk about boxing mainly. So, the latest. Now, you know what I hate, right? We're talking about here Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. What I hate is like all the talk, all the chat, all the social media. I want to know, sign the fight and the location, and let's roll. And then the press conference is leading up to it, and then the fight. Okay? So, we don't know how serious it is. But anyway, Tyson Fury has put on his social media that is willing to take a 60%, 40% offer with Gay J, which sounds fair, by the way. Considering Gay J has lost 3 of his last 5 fights, his last 2. Tyson's undefeated. Tyson holds a title. Gay J doesn't, but, I said before, this may even be a bigger fight than Fury-Usyk, because Usyk is not necessarily the name that Gay J is, despite having beaten him twice. Okay? But the other thing is, like, contracts are not that simple. Boxing contracts are actually way more complex than you'd imagine, right? You get 60-40. What does that mean? So the purse bids, let's say it's 100 million. So you get 60 million versus 40 million, which you think, yeah, that's pretty fair. For a guy who's lost 2 against an undisputed champion. But contracts are never that simple in boxing or in any market. What about, you could say 60-40 purses. Yeah. What about the TV? What about the TV money? What about the pay-per-view money? Tyson Fury could say, look, we get 60-40 of the purse bids, but I get, 10% of the pay-per-view TV money. You get nothing, right? And now it looks very different. Yeah? It looks very different. And then there's rematch clauses. Tyson's like, no, if I lose, I want a rematch, which means they both earn, the same money again, basically. And rematch clauses are, they're basically a burden on modern boxing. You get all these rematches for fights, and these guys don't fight very often every year, and then you got an automatic rematch clause, as Usyk had, even though he completely belittled and dominated Gay J, he had to do a rematch, and he did it again. It's a bit, and a year later, so what? The titles are like held up for a year, so it's not that simple. Yeah. Also, you can put other clauses in, like yeah, Gay J, 60-40, but you get no TV money, and you're tied to a rematch, and you're tied to my promoter contractually making the rematch and promoting it. Do you understand? So, 60-40 of all revenue and all that kind of thing is completely reasonable. But there may be loads of clauses that completely change, completely change the fairness, the attractability of that purse split. So I'm not gonna get too excited. Like I said many times, modern boxing is all about contracts, pay-per-view, clauses, blah de blah. Yeah. In the old days, which weren't perfect, by the way, it'd be like, right, we've announced the fight. Yeah, you're fighting here at this location at this time, and that's it. And then you'd have the build-up. These days, half of the build-up is just, and then, we're all fans, right? So we all look at these kind of, the detail, but it's all nonsense. It's all nonsense. It's, guess what? And you'll get this in mainstream media. Guess what? Oh, Fury agreed to Anthony Gay J fight. And then you find out actually it's more complicated than that, And everyone becomes an expert on contracts and on purse splits. It's pathetic, really. I hope it happens. As I said before, in some ways, it's a more attractive fight. In some ways, to see Tyson Fury fight Gage, because they're both British, allegedly. And, you know, they're both big names in the UK. Usyk is not as big, despite beating Gage twice. And so I can understand why it's more attractive. And it will certainly, I believe it will generate more money than Fury, Usyk. But, you know, do I think it will happen? You know, they talk about December. No, I don't. No, I don't. There's been too many fights being cancelled, postponed. You know, what has Tyson Fury said? Oh, I'm going to fight Chisora. Oh, I'm going to retire. Oh, I'm going to fight Mahmoud Shah. Oh, no, I'm going to retire. Oh, I'm going to fight, who's the other guy? Some other guy. Oh, I'm going to fight Gage now. You know, you can't trust these people. But anyway, let's see what happens. I'll do another video when we've got more confirmation. But I don't believe that Gage will fight Tyson Fury in December. That's my belief.